What up, brothers? What's up? It's the director. Hey, so I'm in the midst of making like this really epic NFL mock draft video, a collaboration with all these other Madden YouTubers. So I wanted to get out something kind of simple today, just trying to get, some content on the channel. So we're going to take a look at another mock draft today. Let's go ahead and get the right one up there. Boom! Another mock draft for the Los Angeles Chargers. And in this mock draft, kind of just want to make it simple, just kind of go with the flow, see what's available, maybe go best player available or go for a quarterback. We don't know yet. So let's just jump right into this mock draft for the LA Chargers. We've done one before, we've done a couple before. I think this is going to be like this third draft, the fourth draft, somewhere around there. So it should be a good time. But again, just kind of want to go with the flow, see what's available. So I'm going to go with the big clock. You know what? Let's just take some random one. Let's do Fanspeak Jake. How about that? We'll make it as random as possible. We did the big clock one last time. And then, yeah, let's take a look at what we got on the board, what we want to do. I kind of want to go with the flow. I don't want to go with anything like in my mind already. I just kind of want to see what's available, kind of make a decision based on what I see on the board. So let's start here. 7-round mock draft for the LA Chargers. Let's see what is available. So, I don't know if this is going to happen. It might be. Like, the two biggest guys I want are both on the board. So this is making it immediately difficult. Isaiah Simmons and Tua Tagovailoa. Now, just based on my personal bias, my personal, preference, you guys know, I want Tua Tagovailoa on the Chargers just so bad. I think the future of this team would look absolutely incredibly bright if we decide to get Tua as our future franchise quarterback. So some of you guys may not like this. It's okay. This is just a mock draft. We're just having fun. Just kind of going with the flow here. Isaiah Simmons on the board. We're going to take Tua Tagovailoa just because that's pretty much my favorite player in this year's draft as far as quarterback goes. I like Joe Burrow a lot too, but I got a bias towards Tua Tagovailoa. And I think if he's sitting there in our laps at pick number 6, we definitely have to consider taking him. I've seen some recent reports and recent articles stating that we're really in love with Jordan Love. Like, we want Jordan Love on the Bolts, which he would be fine too. But in that instance, I'm hoping that we trade back. I hope that we go from pick 6 to pick 10 or something like that, and hope that he falls back to us, which he should, especially if Tua and Joe Burrow already off the board. Someone's probably going to want Justin Herbert a little bit more, but we don't know what's going on in the minds of these GMs. So let's go on to round number 2, see who else is available. We've got our quarterback. I think I want an offensive tackle, maybe a decent wide receiver if I see one, but we'll go ahead and take a look what's available. So Jalen Reagor is still there at pick number, 37. That is kind of interesting. J.K. Dobbins is still there. You guys really liked him in the comment section in my last video. Funny enough, Jalen Hurts is climbing this board. He's now projected in the 2nd round. So something to consider too if we decide to pass on quarterback in the 1st round. This one's pretty difficult, man. I mean, we still got that Jacob Eason guy up here too. We don't need quarterback. Grant Delpit is still there. He's falling down draft boards, but this is a different one. This is a different draft board, so we don't know who yet is available. I still like this Isaiah Wilson guy quite a bit. This is tough, dude. This is really, really tough. Just based on what I'm seeing here. And the only offensive tackle I really like is Isaiah Wilson, but he's a little bit high here for me, at least from these rankings. Oh, man. Prince Teo Wanogo, too, is right there. And Cesar Ruiz is still there. I like all of these offensive linemen. But based on this, I think we should still be able to get Jason Peters for 1 year. Let's go ahead and get this dynamic playmaker in Jalen Reagor, dude. I like this guy quite a bit. He's pretty high. I think he's going to be solving a couple of problems. He's going to be an excellent kick returner as well and punt returner. But I think we just need that dynamic weapon at wide receiver 3. Also an option to put Keenan Allen in the slot. You could always do that. Put Keenan Allen in the slot. He thrives in that position. A lot like what we saw with Larry Fitzgerald when he decided to move to the slot with Bruce Arians. He absolutely killed it from that position. So maybe we can put Jalen Reagor on the outside, slide Keenan Allen on the inside, for specific formations and plays, and see how that works out. But I like Jalen Reagor. Going with the flow here. I know not everyone's going to agree with these picks. Totally fine, man. We're just having a good time. We're just hanging out, doing a mock draft together as Chargers fans. Am I right? Let's take a look at round number 3. Interesting. So we still got a running back on the board that I do like in Clyde Edwards Hillier. I'm always gonna butch that name. I'm sorry. Let's see. Jonathan Taylor still on the board from Wisconsin. He looks pretty good. I would consider a running back in this round. I do like Zach Moss, but he's more of a 4th round guy for me. Jack Driscoll in the 3rd round. I don't hate it. Maybe a little bit high right there as well. We have pretty good depth at guard right now. This one is tough. How about, I really like this cornerback too, Cameron Dantzler, out of Mississippi State. I like him quite a bit. And then Anthony Gordon's climbing boards as well, which is kind of interesting. Logan Wilson out of Wyoming. Oh, this is tough. My gut tells me, not my gut, just an instinct, not even an instinct, just a thought. A thought is telling me I really like Zach Moss. I really like Jack Driscoll. But I think we need to consider our defense here. And the guy I like quite a bit right now, not Kyle Duggar, not defensive line. Jordan Elliott's pretty nice too. But what about Cameron Dantzler do? I think we could use a little bit more depth at cornerback, especially if they're sliding. I've heard that they're sliding Desmond King into like that safety, like Sean Phillips kind of role. New England Patriots just recently picked him up. So maybe we do need another cornerback, a 3rd round cornerback in Cameron Dantzler. I like it, man. I don't hate it. Hoping that a decent running back falls to us in the 4th is kind of what I'm looking at too. Leki Fotu from Utah is here as well, possibly going into the 2nd round. Maybe another defensive lineman, but we do have what's his name? Our last rookie, Gary Tillery, and then the new Vikings defensive tackle that just came in via free agency as well. So I don't know, man. Very, very interesting. Very interesting to see how this board is falling. How about we take a look at Zach Moss? Zach Moss is still on the board. Is he going to fall to it? It looks like he did, man. This one's, I mean, I also really like Matt Hennessy too, competing for that role with Mike Pouncey. We don't know what's up with Mike Pouncey. I chose him last time because I know he's got some injury concern. He still hasn't been cleared from his neck injury from this last season. So maybe him and Scott Quessenberry, compete for that spot just in case something is up with Mike Pouncey. Oh, but I really want Zach Moss, dude. I watched this kid all year. He's really good. And then A.J. Dillon is still there, too. Tyler Briades is still there, too. Man, this is tough. I really want an offensive lineman. I really want Matt Hennessy. I really want Tyler Briades. I'm going to take Zach Moss. I really like Zach Moss. Again, I'm just kind of having fun with this mock draft, too. So we'll just see what happens at the end of this. But we got Tua. We got Jalen. We got Cameron Dantzler. We got Moss. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if this is how the real NFL draft went down. Like, I'm hoping that we get a decent offensive tackle in the 2nd round, because I feel like we could still get a decent wide receiver in like the 4th or 5th round. The Chargers really have a good eye for wide receivers, especially, after, I think the proving factor in that was Keenan Allen. So you never really know. But this is just kind of how the board's falling for me. Haven't used these rankings before, so we're just kind of, eyeing it and see what we have. After the 4th round, I do recognize a lot of people, but I am getting in that realm of who are you people? So we'll see who's still there in this next round, in the 5th round. I'm probably just going to be looking for positions of need and stuff like that. So Hunter Bryant, we have another tight end. We still have Hunter Henry, and I really hope that we give him a long-term contract. I know there's some injury concern, but there is a chance that we maybe have to let him walk next season. I really don't even like saying those words. So Hunter Bryant is in the conversation for stuff like that. I mean, you never know what's in the minds of these GMs. We got another center, Nick Harris from Washington, not bad. Nitane Moody is still there, guard, but we have really good depth right there as well. Colton, not even going to try and say that last name. But yeah, this one's tough. And Thaddeus Moss, if I were to choose a tight end, if he falls to us maybe in the 6th round, I'll consider it. But for right now, based on position of need, really unsure of what's going on with Mike Pouncey. I'm going to take the best center available right now. I think that's good. I'm eyeing this Colton kid too, but I'm not quite sure about him. But I do know I want to make sure that center position isn't at risk. I know Scott Quessenberry is there, and he's really good. But what happens if we lose him, or if we lose Mike Pouncey and Scott Quessenberry? You got to think about these things. Be prepared. We could also sign somebody, as a decent backup. But still, I like to be prepared. We needed to get an offensive lineman in the draft, and I think in the 5th round with Nick Harris, I don't feel too bad about that. All right, 6th round, wrapping up this draft here. I'm gonna spitball these last 2 rounds just to make sure that we're not thinking too hard about it, because I don't know a lot of these guys in these later rounds, which is okay. You never know. Maybe one of these guys is a gem. You guys can educate me in the comment section below as well. Taking a look here, who do we have left? They're still rolling with us here. Looks like it's going to settle in this position. We got another running back, Pirine. I think that's the brother of the Pirine that played for the Washington Redskins. Cameron Clark. I hope that's, maybe is that a sibling of our other late round pick a couple of years ago. I think his name was Devin Clark, as well as he was also an offensive guard too. Kevin Dotson, again, maybe another relation here to Lamar Dotson. Is that his name? Offensive tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You never know. Oh, this one's also tough. I mean, we could draft, I think we're good at safety, honestly. Linebacker, I think this is what I'm going to go with. I'm not going to think too hard about it. We want some depth at linebacker. We didn't get Isaiah Simmons, so might as well get a nice, maybe decent, you know, special teams kind of guy, maybe a developing kind of guy in the 6th round in Evan Weaver. Maybe, I don't know, position of need. Never know how that guy might pan out. Let's move on to the last round here as everything wraps up. With the 6th round, I'm just going to kind of fire a pick out, get out of this video ASAP. Really quickly, guys, I am so excited about this NFL mock draft I'm doing with all these Madden YouTubers. It is going to be insane. I'm putting a ton of work into it, so be prepared for that. I'm not quite sure when it's coming out. I'm hoping it comes out early this week, but there are some other factors that I didn't think about that might push it a little bit later. Via, you know, just the elements of the video. So, but it's coming out very, very soon. Lastly, in round number 7, kind of a, you know, a bullet in the dark, as you speak, just trying to hit something in the dark. What would I want from out here in the last pick? Could go another wide receiver, probably not. We have another one. I think we're going to go with edge here. We don't know what's happening with Melvin Ingram next season. Maybe just a little bit of depth out there. And again, probably another special teams kind of guy. I don't know, man. We're just going to grab an edge defender right here. See if we can round out this draft and feel pretty good about our selections. So it's going to show it here at the end too, but a quick reminder of how this draft panned out. Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Reagor, Cameron Dantzler, Zach Moss, Nick Harris, Evan Weaver, and then Tipa Galea, I think. I don't know how to say the name, but there you go, guys. That is this 7-round mock draft. Kind of a fun, you know, just kind of spitballing out there. Just having fun with it. Kind of seeing who's available, positions of need. I wouldn't hate this draft, but I do think the Chargers are going to go in a different direction, maybe in the 2nd and 3rd round. We could get a cornerback here. We could get, you know, an offensive tackle here. I'm hoping for guys like Ezra Cleveland. I'm hoping for guys like Austin Jackson in later rounds. You never know how the board's going to, you know, pan out towards the end there. But yeah, it could be worse. I wouldn't be too upset with this draft, especially if we got Tua Tagovailoa without having to trade for anybody. That would be so amazing. So with that, guys, kind of a quick video today for you Chargers fans. We wanted to get out there and put some content out, even though I'm in a pretty big editing phase right now with this big project. But guys, thank you so much for joining. If you like this video, hit us up with a like and sub. We're growing really close to 12,000 subs. Could not be more grateful, guys. Thank you so much again. Well, guys, this has been The Director. We'll see you next time. And as always, stay frosty.